this guy is still following me around, even though I killed him in the last episode. I might as well check what he has for sale. So I have noticed that he can get iron ore to 2 iron ingots. I wonder if I have any. Do I have any iron ore? Nope, doesn't look like it. I mean, I've got quite a lot of ingots anyway. Come back. What else do you have? So, cobblestone for emeralds, apples for emeralds. What's that? A turtle egg. Yeah, not really. Not really anything that I think I want to trade for right now. I have used this kind of wheat farm that we built last episode. I've used all of the, or almost all of the... Actually, I have just noticed then that doesn't seem to be working properly. I don't think this dispensing. But yeah, I mean, I pretty much used all of the bone meal. It did stop working though, so I'm presuming that I've done something wrong and this isn't doing what it should be doing. But it still got me quite a lot of bread. I've got a couple of stacks of bread now, which is nice. So I don't particularly have to worry too much about food. And bone meal is not that too hard to get because I have the spawn, the skeleton spawner set up already, which is good. Right, so I have noticed that I've got this egg in my inventory. This is a dragon egg, part of the Ice and Fire mod pack. I've done a little bit of research, and this one seems to be a lightning dragon. So basically what it seems like you can do is hatch the egg and then kind of grow that dragon. And eventually when it gets to a certain point, it's a flyable mount. This one is a lightning one, so I'm not too sure what that means. I don't know if that means it has anything special with it. I just know that in order for it to hatch, it has to be raining. And then it has to be within the rain for a while. And then as soon as it hatches, there's apparently a flash of lightning. And then there is a potential that the dragon can kind of set itself on fire with that lightning. So you have to watch out and make sure it's any fires are put out. It's not raining right now though, so I'm not going to do that. We just put that back. One thing that I wanted to do kind of this episode is just a little bit more exploring. If we look at the map, I've done a decent amount in this area, but in reality, this is not that much exploring. I have been up in this direction. This is the kind of furthest I've gone out. If you remember, this is where that Colosseum was. So it's quite a distance away. But along the way, I have noticed, just kind of looking at the map, we have these kind of sky dungeons. But I have noticed this underwater dungeon here. I do recall passing it. I just don't know if I've gone inside it. There's obviously a village as well. And then there's obviously this here. And I think this is another mushroom type of dungeon. So I'm going to go and have a look at this to see what it is. If it's a dungeon, great. I'll go in there and see if there's any loot. If not, I'll have a quick look at these ones. And then maybe have a look in this ungenerated place here if we need to. But hopefully this is going to be a pretty good dungeon. At the moment, I don't have any rockets, I believe, so I can't really use... Oh, okay, yeah, I do have rockets, so I can use the Elytra. I had no idea I had any rockets, so let's use this to get over there. Not going to need to worry too much about getting materials because I have the remote that basically gives me the materials. So yeah, let's just go in this direction. I thought it was up there, but no, it's over here. I think I have enough rockets to get there. I'm not too sure. I have enough to get back. I think this is just a slime island. There it is. Nothing on there. Let's just make sure we glide. I might as well try to get on these ships. Although there's a lot of archers on that one. I'll go on this one. I don't think... I don't think I've been on these yet. Oh god, there's a lot of them. I'm so glad that I've got the extra hearts down here from that goddess statue. Alright, let's see what's in here. There is someone below. Well, there's a couple of people below, but I've got some emeralds. That's nice. Quartz, which I guess is nice. Skeleton head, gold, and a slayer sword. Eat some more carrots. Ooh, diamonds, nice. Quite a lot of diamonds, more emeralds, more skeleton heads. An indestructible iron sword, and then protection. Leggings. I don't know if there's going to be... Oh, there is actually stuff in here, which I will take. Okay, I don't know if I want to try this one. Can I get them from here? I don't know how much damage this is doing. I'm really bad at aiming for some reason. There we go. Let's just land here for now. I'm not too worried about the guys above me. So do I have knockback? No, I've got punch. Are there skeletons on dolphins? That was weird. Yeah, so these take quite a lot of arrows to take down. And there's loads of them up there. Do they stay in the same place? I'm not too sure. They don't seem to be walking around too much. I just heard something spawn here. I can see the spawners down there. So maybe for now we just do this. Yeah, this is a bad idea. Again. Get me out. Yeah, Jesus Christ. I'm not thinking about any of this. Maybe I'm just too underpowered for this ship. I'm breaking. Let's just get all of that. Okay, we're at the village that's right outside of the... what I'm presuming is a dungeon. Some really cool looking mountains over here, and all the villagers are fighting. I have just noticed though, because of the amount of times I've been dying, my armor and stuff is kind of falling to pieces, so we'll get rid of this. We'll put the diamond armor back on. And then I just need a helmet, so let's just sort ourselves out. Don't need any of this. Don't want any of that. Get some more arrows. But then I want a helmet. Fire protection, protection, respiration. So I'm just going to want this protection one. There we go. Not going to need too much else, I don't think. Let's actually put the rockets away as well. Cool. If there's a bed around here, I will use one. Cool. Thank you for your bed. I think I saw something in here. Yeah. What is this? Oh, it's a podium. What is that book? Bestiary. Don't know if I've got one of these. Well, clearly not. Just got the achievement. Introduction. This manuscript is meant to be a guide to those who like to inform themselves about the greatest wonders in this supernatural realm. It will cover some of the basics of designing tools, armor, and weapons, to tracking, armor and weapons, to tracking, hunting, and learning about mysterious creatures. The bestiary then goes on to describe supernatural changes in the generation of the world, starting with ores. Cool. So you've got these ores. You can create these, basically silver. Magical items, blah, blah, blah. Oh, so is this where manuscripts go? The only way to obtain more information about the magical world is to research other writers' work. This can be done by crafting a bestiary lectern. Okay. Cool. Well, I'll obviously keep this because I think I do have manuscripts. Is there still another book on that? No. Copper, silver, gold. Ah, bestiary lectern. That's what I want. Cool, I'll keep that then. Anyway, let's go and see what we came here for. This mountain is really cool. But it's not what I'm here for, so let's just walk past it and not spend too much time staring at it. Right, so we should be pretty much right on top of it now. So there is something here. Jesus, that's loud. Are you a bad guy? I can't hear a damn thing. But there's a lot of stuff in here, so I'm going to get it all. There we go. There's more stuff in this chest, but because of the water and stuff, I can't... because of the water and this noise, I can't particularly move. So let me just swim out of here really quick. And get my focus back. Because Jesus, that is a lot of noise. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame that this is right under the ocean, because it does make it almost impossible to focus and do anything because it's so noisy. So I think I'm just going to have to kind of speed run some of it. Or maybe we can just go in this direction and it might be okay. Jesus Christ. They can hit you pretty hard. Let's just run down here and spam some light. Alright, I'm just going to get rid of this. There we go. Cool, so what is that? Netherite chest plate. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I'm getting netherite. That's insane. So it's slightly better than the diamond one that I've got now if I can repair it. Let's just put all of this in the backpack like that. So I'll take the things that I need. Cardboard, no idea. I need to just stop this spawning, I think. That was a bad decision. Oh, God. Well, they're not very good on water, it seems. Jesus Christ. Look at it, they don't hit me too hard. It's just they hit me far back. They push me really far back. And they're just a pain to kill. Okay, Jesus. That's a little better. Let's get rid of you. And then get rid of this. There we go. So what else did I get? I got more netherite chest plates. I got a netherite pickaxe, which I'm just going to use. And some gold leggings. So again, just put everything back up here. Music disc, don't care. I don't know what that does, but I'll have it. Golden apples, more manuscripts, good. I will need bones all the time now. Okay, Jesus. I think I covered all of the kind of dungeon down there. Oh, I did get another backpack, which is cool. If we go to my actual backpack and then just dump everything else in here. There we go. This is pretty much the loot that I had. Can I sort this? Yeah. So cardboard randomly, a bunch of iron stuff, sheet metal, potions, heart of the golem. I'll probably just start looking into these type of things, but I haven't as yet. But I've got a couple of them. Some books, some random bottles. Like I said, a lot of netherite armor. A bunch of these schematics. They all seem to be, or most of them seem to be throwing knives. I have got a couple of netherite pickaxes, which is nice. And then just some kind of random other stuff. So a pretty good run, I think. Not the greatest, but it is pretty good. A lot of decent stuff in there. Those piglins were just a nightmare to deal with. They had so much health, and whilst they didn't kind of do too much damage, when they all ganged up on you and started giving you knockback and just constantly hitting you all together, it was a bit of a nightmare. But anyway, that's that pretty much done. So let's just kind of dump everything in here for now. Okay, so going back on the map, I don't think there's too much else in this area apart from maybe having a quick look at this over here. There's a bunch of ore up here, which is good. Oh, wow. Okay, so there is quite a lot of stuff up here. I am going to take the pistons. Going to take pretty much everything because all of this is going to be useful at some point. Is this not a dungeon then? Is this something else? Or is that the dungeon over there? I'm not too sure. Dispenser. Okay, a chest with a bunch of stuff in. So let's... I'm getting so many of these manuscripts now. I don't think I'm going to get the stone. Well, I'll take that though. I'm not going to get the stone tools. I don't know what these cool coin dragons are for. No idea. But I'll take them because they're probably going to be useful at some point. Yeah, so I don't know what this is. I thought this was going to be like a dungeon, but it just seems to be... There doesn't seem to be any... Oh, Jesus. Anything bad going on here. Nothing at the top. I say that, but we'll go in there now and it'll all kick off. Okay, so there are mobs in here. Nothing too drastic. I'm getting really lucky with finding diamonds. Unholy Grail. I've got one of them already. I am going to try to drink one to see what happens. Because I have no idea. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be anything too bad around here. But I'm getting so much material. Really useful stuff as well. Obviously there's iron and gold everywhere. I feel like that's most of that done. We did get quite a lot of stuff. What is this opening? Jesus, that is a insane iron shovel. What is this doing? There's nothing there, so I don't think it was actually doing anything. I think it's just to trick you. I've just done a small number of things and realised that my OBS had stopped recording, which is good. But essentially what I had done is just come back here, put everything that we got in our backpack into the chests. So now I just kind of have loads of stuff all over the place. A lot of different items in all these chests. I am going to probably have to go through them and kind of just understand what each of the items are, because I do keep collecting things and I'm just not paying attention to what they are, not researching what they do. And I think there's quite a lot of stuff that is going to be quite useful to me now. One of the things that I did do is set up this. So the Bestiary Lectern, which we got from, I don't know which dungeon it was, but it was on one of them. This thing is actually pretty cool. So it works a bit like an enchanting table. You drop this book in, you drop the manuscripts that you've got. And then essentially it will give you random mobs in this mob pack. So when you click on it, it will just add that to the bestiary. It'll add that to your book. So you can just kind of click through the ones that you want to add information for. Doesn't really matter. Tame dragons, I'll do that one. Blood alchemy, that's quite cool. And when you take that book out and then you read it, you'll see that now I have all of these buttons that will actually tell me about that specific thing. So blood alchemy, it's got all the information about blood alchemy. Haven't really used this before, so might be something for me to read. One of the ones that I think is going to be quite important is this one here, is the lightning dragon eggs, because I have one of these eggs. So this just essentially walks me through what the dragon egg is, how I get it to hatch, which essentially is by putting it in the rain, making sure it stays in the rain for a couple of days. They're saying here a rainy sky for 3 days, so it takes a little bit of time. But it is pretty cool. You get quite a lot of information. And then you've got some stuff around tamed dragons, which is obviously the new one that I've just put in, which looks like it just tells you how to feed it. What is that? So it tells you can mount a dragon, obviously. Dragon can breathe fire. Oh, cool. So this is kind of like the thing that controls the dragon. Okay, yeah. So do you see what I mean? There's quite a lot that goes into this. Quite a lot of information, which I'm going to spend some time to navigate and understand. But it is really cool. It does sound like it's raining. Yeah, it is, which is good because I have already put the egg out here. Hopefully it's raining on top of it. But it should just be shaking. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So they did say on that book that it does take a while, but it looks like it's working already, which is cool. But I think this is a good place to end this episode. Hopefully by the next one, this dragon would have hatched, and then obviously we can start growing it up. I do have the Elytra, so I can fly pretty easily. But it would be cool just to be flying around on a dragon, even if it is kind of quite slow. So yeah, next episode, we'll mess around with this dragon as long as it's kind of spawned by then. I'm just going to stand here and wait now. And then we'll start having a look at some of the stuff that we can maybe build and make this area a little bit prettier, because at the moment it's just a house. So thank you for watching, and I shall see you soon. Goodbye.